Over the past few weeks, we've been renovating our kitchen. We took this place all the way down to the studs, and now it's finally time to build it back up. The kitchen cabinets are in, which means it's time to start painting. I'm going with the Valspar Signature paint line because it's perfect for a kitchen. It's splash resistant, stain resistant, and it's even fade resistant, which is perfect for a sunny kitchen like mine. The first thing on the list is to paint the ceiling, and then in a few days we'll be ready for the walls. We redid the electrical in our ceiling, so it all had to be patched up with new drywall. That's why I'm starting with Valspar's interior drywall primer and sealer. When painting ceilings, I highly recommend grabbing a pole extender. You can twist your roller right on and you can easily reach the ceiling. Once the primer is dry, I follow up with a coat of Valspar Signature ceiling paint in a flat sheen. A flat sheen hides flaws well because it doesn't reflect light directly. The ceiling is all painted and it looks perfect, so fresh and clean up there. Now it's time to paint the walls. So our cabinet color is this taupey beige, but our wall color is also this taupey beige. So I want to add a little bit of contrast here. I absolutely adore the sage green on our kitchen island, and I want to add it to our walls. To match the island color exactly, I take a piece of the trim to my local Lowe's store. I head to the paint counter, they scan the color of the trim, and in minutes they mix up the exact color I need. I chose an eggshell sheen in the Valspar Signature line. Eggshell is my go-to sheen because it has a soft look with minimal glossiness. Plus, it's pretty durable. Now for the moment of truth. Will the color match the island? Let's open it up. It looks pretty good. Valspar offers a love your color guarantee. So if I found that the color wasn't a perfect match, they would replace the gallon for free. Before I start painting, I grab some painter's tape and tape off the cabinets and window trim. I also cover everything with drop cloths. Next, I grab my roller and roll it on in the paint. I use a 3/8 inch nap roller and make sure it gets really soaked in the paint on that first pass. I like to work in sections. I cut in the corners and edges and then roll that same area. For the ceiling, instead of using painter's tape, I cut in using a brush. I go slowly and push hard to fan out the bristles on the end of the brush. It's important to use a high-quality paintbrush for this, and take your time. Our kitchen opens up to the rest of our home, so I use a piece of painter's tape as the stopping point for the green color. This line will eventually be covered by a kitchen cabinet, so it doesn't need to be perfect. I recommend taking your painter's tape off when the paint is still a bit wet. To close the paint can without making a mess, I grab a rag and toss it over the can of paint. This will prevent any splatter. I then hammer the lid right on. When my paintbrush is clean and dry, I store it back in its case. That way it keeps its shape nicely. I can hardly believe the difference in this space. It went from beige and boring to bold and beautiful. This gorgeous color from Valspar makes all of the difference in here. I can't wait to finish up the rest of this kitchen.